Hey, what's good, everybody? Hope you guys are all well. Um, hey, Brittany. Good morning. Hope all is well. I'm just gonna do a quick. I wanted to try something different because this popped in my head, so I'm just gonna do it. Um, like for me, I heard who not to f with, right? Like meaning, yeah, like some of you want to know. Maybe you've been asking if someone around you is shady or something like that, or not to be trusted. Of course, hey, this is just gonna be take it for entertainment purposes only. Don't blame me if something, right? Trust your own intuition if it comes down to it, but I'm gonna pull it. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for each sign, right? So I'm not gonna take too long. We'll just see if any of these things kind of resonate, right? Yeah, thank you, Brittany. Yeah, so this is what came to me. I was like, oh, interesting. I've never done a reading like that. So let's see what comes through. First, I'm gonna do a collective message, right? Let me see what comes through with this deck. I'm happy because I found the online booklet for this and now I can read because this booklet had such small. Whoa, okay, wow. So what came out for this one? Let me move this so I could see better. Is yeah, maybe yeah, because I know this is about like sacrifice. So maybe you've been sacrificing yourself too much, and this is gonna give you clarity on who doesn't have your best intentions, right? Chipetotec, the flayed one, nuestro señor el desollado, right? I think because he ended up throwing himself into the fire here. So let me read it real quick, and then I'll start with Leo, obviously, since it's Leo's birthday, and then we'll go from there. Let me see. Cheapo. Okay. So the flayed one, right? Nuestro Señor desollado. Chipetotec is the flayed one. He embodies the idea that the continuity of life is dependent on sacrifice. For to receive, we must give. Linked to both war and agriculture during the festivals in his honor, religious leaders would wear the skin of a sacrificial war captive, representing the earth in the dead, dry season of winter. Just as the maize seed loses its outer layer before germination, the outer skin is cast off and the new growth bursts forth. Chipetotec is a complex figure embodying broad concepts of life, death, sacrifice, and renewal. Chipetotec is a reminder of the interdependency of existence, that you must give and not simply take. Plants, animals, the cosmos, everything in life depends on your gifts to continue. Death is not an end, but always a beginning. The seed from the dead corn plant is the promise of corn. So obviously, right? Seeds then become plans, but this is beautiful because it makes perfect sense with the topic, right? Maybe you're no longer gonna be the sacrifice for everybody else, and there's also the theme of reciprocity, right? Equal give and take. That's what life is about. So maybe you've been in situations where, hey, there, enough is enough. I'm not just gonna be sacrificing myself when there's no reciprocation, right? So this feels perfect for this theme, right? Uh, and yeah, death and rebirth. This is the end of that, right? The end of that cycle. You may be opening your eyes to like, hey, there's something not right about this dynamic here, right? Hey, good morning, Dito, River Dragon. Hope all is well. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it with Leo first. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky with this deck, right? Because obviously this one has the different astrological signs. So who should Leo be wary of having in their circle, so to speak, right? Who is someone that maybe doesn't have the best intentions with? Ah, okay. Well, that doesn't give me an exact thing, but Pluto maybe transformation because while you're going through a transformation, some people don't want to see you transform, right? It goes with the card that just came out: renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, personal power, evolution. So someone clearly is irritated by your, like yeah, for some reason you transforming into this better version of yourself. Somehow someone is threatened by it. They feel like it's dimming their light and rather than celebrating you, right? Whoa. Maybe a Pisces, Maybe that's the illusion for them, right? That you becoming a better version of yourself is gonna dim their light, right? The moon is obviously a lot dimmer than the sun. Leo, right, is like the sun, right? So maybe they're seeing you like, why, you're shining too bright, and but it's all an illusion. It's in their head, right? So any other person that might be maybe a Libra, maybe someone feeling like they should be the authority figure, right? I gut kind of lit up with this one, so yeah, maybe there's a Libra figure too. Okay, I'll do one more for that. So let me know if that resonates. Maybe a Sagittarius. We got Pisces, Libra, Sagittarius for Leo, right? Maybe one of those three. Maybe the number 18 or 9 is significant. Maybe the number 8, right? We got 8 here twice. 8, 8, 18, 9. I got chills with that. Or maybe the 9 is just for the endings, right? Pretty interesting. But my crown and my gut lit up, so I don't know. There's something there for Leo. Oof, I got chills big time. So yeah, wow, okay. Interesting topic. I didn't expect to do this kind of that's funny. Maybe someone from the past recently came back and you were in your head like, wow, no, they came back because it's destiny. But it says if it comes back, it's either meant to be or it's a roach. You know, just so maybe that's what happened recently. Maybe there was a romantic thing, or maybe it's coming up, right? And it's just a warning, like, hey, wow, my heart's feeling this crazy thing. So maybe you'll feel like love, and maybe for half of you it will be. Because you know what, I have to be honest. Even the moon card came out si- like sideways, right? Perfectly sideways. So it got my attention. So I feel like maybe it is half and half. For half of you, there is a little. Maybe the disillusion is on your side, right? Maybe you're seeing illusion. That's why you can't see clearly who doesn't have your best interests at heart. So something like that, right? Okay. Oh, you were born 80. Aha, that's so funny. So there's 8 again. So man, 8 is definitely significant. Maybe it was like a karmic situation, Leo, and there it is. Maybe 2 is significant, 26, 62. you know. Maybe you had a 62 car, or you like them or something, or 6, 8, right? So that's it for Leo. Let's move on to Aries. So who should, if, right? Obviously, this is a different kind of topic. So Aries, maybe if you've been wondering, like, hey, is this person like, are they, do they want to see me win, or are they secretly envious and one of these type of people, right? That, what I'm saying? Just wear masks, right? That's kind of the thing I've been feeling now. Like things have been being revealed, and especially I think this full moon is in Aquarius. So obviously Aquarius is about the I know, the age of Aquarius. So maybe this is a good topic for this full moon coming up. Maybe that's why this topic popped in my head. Oh, what's up with that? So Aries, I don't know why nothing wants to come out for you. What's being I don't know. This one like jumped out, but at the same time, it didn't fully jump out. Interesting. Let me see. I'll just let me see. Come on. For Aries. Ah, okay. For Aries, why did reputation come out? 11th, no, 10th house. Damn, that's kind of. I hope it's not someone that you're partnered up with right now that maybe is competitive with you. That's interesting. I kind of got chills with that one. Career responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame, notoriety, standing, authority figure, legacy, purpose, pinnacle, the patriarchy, empire. I hope it's not like a battle of the sexes kind of thing, or why that? Interesting. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for me personally. ideology or the way I think. I don't think there's anything because for me it's more like in a partnership, it's like a team, right? But there's couples that it becomes that's their competition, right? They want to outdo their partner and this and that. And maybe some could look at it as friendly competition. To me, I think that's more like of a cringe thing for me, right? Because I want to support my partner and they support me kind of thing. But hey, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. So, anyways, for Aries, damn, you got all these three. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Maybe it is a money thing. Maybe they secretly want money from you, right? That's all really. They're just hovering around because they're like, hey, I could get this money from you. That's pretty interesting. Hmm. Yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune came out under that. I don't know. That's that. And there's that 10 again. Wow. Maybe they feel like you're about to come into some money. And so that's kind of who's hovering around you. I mean, it's not as. Whoa. That was weird. Okay. I think I'm going on the deck. It just moved by itself. Like that was crazy. The top card on this deck. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. But I'm gonna get this deck then. I felt like they were telling me, all right, go get this deck. Ooh, that gave me chills. Okay, so I feel like something did like the card on top literally went all the way out and then it went back in. So I'm just like, all right, what do we got going on here? Paranormal activity already. That was crazy. All right. And yeah, okay. So yeah, someone doesn't look too. Maybe you're brushing out off like it's just a lesson, right? But hey, if you could prevent it, like I don't know if you're someone that likes to learn the hard way, so be it. Look at maybe you're with somebody. See what I was talking about, like the partnership. Maybe for some of you Aries, it is your partner. They're just dumb. Not everyone is sent to teach you a lesson. Some people are just dumb, right? So maybe you're like, no, I gotta stick this out because this is part of my lesson, but it's like, nah, I mean, hey, you're staying as long as you're staying for your own to your own detriment kind of thing. Like there really is nothing if you haven't it's almost like I hate to say it, but it might even be reflecting of like, hey, if you didn't already learn your lesson, you know, all right, we're not even gonna that's why I see even your guides are like, oh my God, like really? Like you don't get it yet? Like the question marks, like, You know what I'm saying? So I'll just say that. I like that the light bulb's there. It's almost like the hangman moment, right? So maybe some of you Aries are like Pisces cuspers and all that good stuff. So we got obviously Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I don't know if the Wheel of Fortune, does it have a certain sign to it? It does, I'm sure, but what sign is the Wheel of Fortune? Aquarius. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune is tied into the Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus? Wow. So you got double Taurus in there. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. I thought that's the world. So I don't know if this thing is telling me correctly, but it's saying in the original, the Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot. I don't know. Well, I don't know. That popped up for, oh, yeah, there is all these. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. Wow. That's crazy. So Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Taurus again, Capricorn, Virgo. So that's what it is for Aries, right? The numbers that you might look out for, whoa, 6. So we got 4, 2, right? Maybe those numbers are significant. 24, right? I don't know. Maybe they use that thing like 24/7 or something like something. I don't know. 6, yeah, 4, 2. All right. So that's it for Aries. Let me see. Karma. Oh, karma. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Let me see. Okay. So, oh, my crown's lighting up. That's crazy. Who's next? Aries, Taurus. Okay. Let's see what Taurus. So who should Taurus be weary of? Wow, these ones. I think they're just trying to. Whoa, Chiron. Man, maybe the same. You're going through healing. Maybe people that are hating on your healing, like it's bugging them that you're healing. Still with Leo, it was like the glow up, and with Taurus, maybe what they want you to hurry up and heal already or something. Like everyone has their own grieving process, right? Or healing process. So healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, pain. So Taurus, that might be a hint, right? That whoever is kind of irritated by your healing, like, hey, at least if you're trying to do the work, then like why there's people that don't ever try to heal, right? Oh, I just had a big old pain in the neck, like right here on the feminine side. So maybe that they're like, man up, or you're being too feminine or something, right? Like if that irritates him. I had a sharp pain right here. So I feel like it's someone that's definitely triggered by you demonstrating any kind of emotions or that kind of stuff. So that's a huge kind of red flag, right? Yeah. Okay. So, whoa. I was then look at what am I talking about? The emotion. See, when you're overrun by emotions, which is weird because these are your fellow water signs. Maybe they just have it in their chart. I don't know, right? Or maybe they haven't processed their own emotions, so it irritates them that you're able to. Maybe they're like, well, we're the water signs. We should be able to process emotions. And I don't know, something that's interesting, right? And my crown is lighting up as I'm holding this up. So maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, right? That may be talking smack or something. Leo, even someone that you notice, right? Wanting to start conflict because, man, a lot of cards came out for you. So I'm just gonna, because it could be any of these. Just let me know, right? Maybe an Aries, even, right? For Taurus. So, and I think Taurus came out hard. So maybe you irritate each other. That's funny. Maybe that's your partner, right? Maybe you're in Aries that's dating a Taurus and you guys hate each other secretly. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Capricorn, right? Aries, Leo, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Wow, there's something I feel like that because whenever I'm holding this up, I'm getting the pain right here. So that's crazy. Yeah, so I think there's something with that because when I'm holding, so for maybe for the majority of you Tauruses, it's gonna be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. One of those three that really is just irritated with you being emotional, right? So, but if it's helping you heal, the fact that this came out, I feel like you're going through healing, and hey, you're more than entitled to and allowed to go through your process, right? So, yeah, well, I did fall out. Okay, maybe that. Maybe there's someone that acts like very like, oh, but it's all BS, right? And I feel like that person wears a mask. You might know, right? You might know. Maybe it's someone that has so much time to criticize others, and then why do you have so much time to criticize others? Because you're not looking within, right? You have all the time to be like, you know, that's kind of what I'm getting in this instance. And my heart's kind of like lighting up as I'm saying that. So I feel like that's kind of that. That's how you'll know this person, right? It's an extra. They're extra, in other words, when it comes to showing how in control they are, or how maybe they light sage all the time, and it's like but in a very like almost acting kind of way, like that. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you all know. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, Foster Town. Good morning. Hope all is well. Yeah. Oh, wow. You just mentioned that. I forgot about even that, right? Like the hairstyles, yeah, and these cards might be a hint too. Since you guys are talking about hair over here, I didn't even. Yeah, so maybe that even, yeah, be looking out for the hints with the hairs, right? All that stuff. Okay, so who's next? Was that Taurus? Barely? Yeah, huh? I did Leo, Aries, Taurus. Who's next? Man, I'm drawing a blank. Gemini. Oh wow, that's funny. Maybe Gemini like I already know who it is. I don't oh, that's why. Okay, that's why I was drawing a blank because I hadn't pulled out the numbers yet. Ah, ha, 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 ha. They're like, hey, wait, you're not done. 44 might be significant. So for Taurus, 4-4. Maybe you're wait, no, that's May, right? So 4-4, maybe they're 4-4. Nah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're 44 Taurus. Yeah, something like that. So let me know if that resonates. Oh, didn't Aries come out for Taurus? Yeah, so that's that, right? Maybe that's their birthday, maybe that's their age, something like that. Maybe 8. Maybe it's a karmic thing too, right? All that stuff could be significant, Maybe that's their height. Who knows, right? Okay. So now we go to Gemini. Okay. So thank you for making me draw a blank because I wasn't done yet. That's so funny. Okay. So for Gemini. All right. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. Ah, Cancer. Bam. Straight out. Finally, like I got one. So maybe right now, Gemini, there's a Cancer that's not happy with you. Feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, family oriented. Interesting. Or maybe they see, maybe you have Cancer in your chart and they don't like that aspect of you. Something. Maybe you're a Cancer cusp or Gemini, something. But let's see what's up with that. Why is someone hating on you? Maybe that, right? The glow up, right? Look at that. This person is definitely feeling themselves, right? So maybe they don't like that you're right, very in touch with yourself. Like, psh, what? I don't have hair, so I can't do that. But you know what I mean? Maybe they don't like that right now. Gemini's feeling themselves, so they're like, wow, look at that. And the card, the sneaky card came out, man. So Cancer, Aquarius, some of you Geminis, yeah, maybe you have a Cancer hating, maybe an Aquarius. Jeez, the sneaky person card came out. So maybe that's how you'll notice it. It's someone that kind of cookie crumbs or, you know, talks smack and then goes away and kind of just sees the chaos that they cause. Like they're trying to get a reaction out of you on purpose because they're messed up in the head, right? I don't know. They're trying to get a reaction from you on purpose. Like this is their MO, right? Because whatever is wrong with them, they need to trigger you or something, right? They want to be a authoritative figure. They want to be someone that you look up to. Maybe that's their thing, right? They need that. Maybe it kind of has that narcissistic energy, right? They need that. They want to be someone supreme or something, right? Ah, that's a lot of download right there. Like it's just all like, wow. So be careful, right? The words, see the words, right? The throat chakra. It'll make them feel better as long as they know if they trigger you, right? Because then they could say it's like someone that'll start right, like you could be all peaceful and calm, and they'll keep on, and then once you react, then they're like, you see, I told you, and it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's that kind of person. So definitely, so it might be a Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, right? Doesn't have to be, but hey, man, see, and even as I'm splitting it, it's like already. That's why. How did I start the reading? Like Gemini, you already know who it is, kind of thing. Look at, oh, whoa, wow. The thing, okay, I'm gonna say all of them. So maybe who's the high priestess? Taurus, right? So It could be a Taurus, right? We got double Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio wanted to make an appearance. You might, and there's that throat chakra again. It might be a Taurus, a Leo. Oh, double Leo. And this is just showing how you're standing your ground. You're having victory over that, right? But hey, take it how it resonates. Maybe you have Leo in your chart, Gemini, or they do, right? But yeah, so we got Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer. So it might be one of those, right? So okay, I don't want to be unfair because I feel like I did pull a couple extra cards for Gemini. But hey, yeah. Yeah. Wow, look at that. See? You're the main character, star actor. They just yeah, they want to be the main character in your story, right? So something about that. They don't like that you have that high priestess energy, right? Damn. So that's what they feel like. As long as they could get a a response from you, it makes them feel superior, right? For some weird reason. So yeah, that's kind of what you're dealing with, right? Gemini. So hopefully that kind of points you into the direction, but I think the way it started, right? You already know, right? So maybe this makes sense. I don't know why. Oh, 11, because 6 and 5 is 11. So maybe that number might be significant. 6, 5, right? Yeah, maybe even that height wise, right? 5, 6, 6, 5. Um, yeah, all that good stuff. Maybe someone's 56, maybe someone's 65, all that. Okay, so let me move on to who? Um, Cancer, right? Yeah, I haven't even done Cancer yet. They just made, they've been appearing in people's stuff. Interesting. Are Cancers like haters? I don't know. I know Cancers could be very like petty. I've had a Cancers admit it. Yeah, I'm petty. Like, I've known Cancers that we didn't talk for like months or stuff. Whoa, Cancer, bam. You might have a Libra hating on you. The idealists. Maybe to them they feel like they don't like your emotion because I know, like, obviously, cancers could be emotional. So maybe Libra feels like they're, which you see, because like in this one, it's like someone that's like, they think they have a kind of like the superior thing, right? Because maybe they feel balanced. I don't know. Harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware, artistic, people pleasing. See, but there's that aspect of it. Fair, idealistic, aesthetic, choosy, aspirational, geometric, graceful, considerate, obliging, indecisive, judgmental, see? Flattering. So I don't know. Maybe that's how you'll notice who this person is, right? Maybe they flatter you and then on the flip side, then they judge you, right? And look at what did I wow, underneath the judgment. Oh shoot, the little naked people. But maybe they're secretly judging you or they do it in a sly way, right? Maybe they're the kind that they're like, oh, rather than say, oh, that's an ugly outfit, they'd be like, oh, you're gonna wear that? You know what I'm saying? Those kind of people. That's what I'm getting. That kind of energy. Those like, oh, you're gonna wear that? Oh, really? You like eating that? Or you know what I'm saying? Is one of those people, right? Rather than say, oh, like, what do you care what someone likes, right? It's like, hey, I'm eating it, right? Yeah, that. See? So it's kind of like that weird. Wow, it might be a Capricorn. Double Capricorn came out. So maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Um, right? But maybe you notice things about them, right? Someone that maybe they juggle things, right? Maybe they themselves, right? They're over here juggling partners or something, and they're like over here giving you the side eye, like if something's wrong with you, right? So maybe that's a thing. Maybe you notice there's someone that's kind of greedy, Cancer. Maybe that's kind of a hint to this person that maybe you don't need to have around you. Okay, I'll pull one more. Whoa, that's interesting. Maybe it's a Pisces, Cancer. Maybe it's someone that's hating on your happiness, so that's how you'll know. You'll be like, man, I just met. the person of my dreams, and they're like raining on your parade or something. So that someone that you'll notice when you're happy, somehow it bothers them. Your happiness, right? Or you just found out you're pregnant, right? You're about to have a family, and they're like, you know, something, right? So that's kind of for Cancer, kind of how you'll see who this, but rather than at a time when you should be the most celebrated, you'll notice that they're the ones that kind of like, right? And maybe they'll do it in that sly way. Maybe that's why that Libra thing came out. Like, really, you're gonna have another kid? like, oh, like don't. Oh wow, how are you gonna do it? Like, it's not gonna be a huge responsibility. Mm. Who knows? Maybe you. I don't know if this is your energy or their energy. Maybe there's someone that's kind of something they do. You'll see that everything's a sign or something like, but it's like an overdoing it, kind of like with the other one, how it was like, hmm. Or take that how it resonates. Maybe if you've already, my heart's feeling refreshed in some way. Like maybe you already know intuitively, and you've just been like, like how many signs do you need, kind of thing. The same, right? There's something there. I don't know. My heart felt refreshed. Like this might have even given you the answer you needed, or maybe like that resonated with someone because my heart just felt refreshed and I got chills. So maybe this, for some reason, the pigeon. I don't know if they literally call pigeons or what, but interesting. Maybe they like to clap a lot, everything. Like someone that overdoes it with the clapping, like, or something like, oh, isn't that the thing where people are like, oh my God, right? They talk like that with the clapping, like, you have no idea. Like everything's like that. Wow. Interesting. That's so funny. Okay, so maybe that's how you know who it is. Cancer. That's pretty funny. Have you dealt with that kind of person? Indigo dream? Let me see. So for Cancer, maybe these numbers are significant. 5, 3, 2. Maybe they're 32. Maybe you're 32. 23. Maybe they'll even say that Psalms, right? Like to wear that mask, like, oh, Psalm, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death or something, right? Something, right? So whatever resonates, or maybe you like saying that. Maybe that's your favorite. Um, right? Psalms 23 or something. Maybe someone has a tattoo with that of it, you know? So, because Pisces cousin. Wow. Wow, that's funny. Your ex used to pick out your clothes? Brittany, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Is that normal? I don't know. Oh no, Leo was first. Oh yeah, yeah. You're just reminding me, Brittany. Okay, so after Cancer, yeah, we skipped Leo because that was the first one. Oh yeah, so back to Cancer. So yeah, maybe you're dealing with a Libra, Pisces, double Capricorn here, or someone that likes to clap or likes pigeons or something, right? So okay, and I already said the numbers. I think I already did. I already say the numbers because I threw them down. I think I did say the numbers, right? Shoot. Let me know if anyone sees real quick before I go on to the next one, because yeah, I started going back to the sides and I forgot if I already said the dice numbers. Jeez. I'm like wanting to think that I did. Oh yeah, 23, right? I was saying the 23 thing. Okay, there we go. I knew it was in there somewhere. I was like, come on, come on, come on. Looking through like my little mental Rolodex. Okay, so skipping Leo, going to Virgo. All right, Virgo. Let's see who is kind of the person that you shouldn't really, I don't know, right? Ulterior motives. Whoa, Virgo. Maybe the same. It's someone that doesn't like to see you heal. Like they get irritated with that when you show emotions. Maybe that's what it is. Interesting. Someone that's like, okay, there. Like you already yeah, wow. Healing powers growth, amends. Whoa. My whole throat. Wow, that was crazy. Maybe someone really doesn't like that's how you know. Or when you're trying to vent to them, they kind of cut you off, right? Like, oh, I went through this. Oh, and they're like, oh, okay, well, you know what happened? Something, right? Like maybe that's one of those things. Healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, pain, softness and pain. They don't like to see. Maybe sometimes to you, you feel like, oh, maybe they just don't like to see me sad, but oh, I got chills, so maybe they just don't like. It's like it's a burden to them almost, like, yeah, yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait, oh shoot, there was a card flipped over. Whoa, that's interesting because I don't know. Maybe it's a Libra. That was in the deck already, but I'm just gonna honorable mention it because it's justice, right? So maybe it's justice that you know this or something. So Virgo, it might be a Libra in your midst. 11. Of course, trust your intuition. I said that in the beginning, but just gotta reemphasize that, right? Don't cut someone off just because you're like, I saw a reading and maybe it's a Leo, right? I saw, yeah, this jumped out. So maybe a Leo. 11 might be significant. 111, maybe you're seeing 19, 10, right? Because the Leo is the sun card, right? So maybe it's a Leo, maybe it's a Libra, or maybe right now in Leo season, something's being revealed, right? Wow, double Leo. So yeah, maybe it's a Leo that kind of yeah is into things, right? Little on the witchy side, right? Maybe they like those flowers, right? Maybe they have a cat. Maybe they act charismatic because charisma is jumping out at me. Damn, we got Leo 3 times. So, or I mean, this is like victory for you. Maybe you'll now you're like, you know what? I don't need to deal with this kind of, right? It's funny that these are all heart chakra, right? Well, these two. So I feel like you're gonna see through the BS, right? Maybe something like that. My gut's lighting up. I feel like half and half. Or maybe just because you see through the BS, maybe you're not gonna completely cut them off just because you're gonna be like, well, maybe that you're gonna, for some of you, even though like you're gonna make it logical, right? Well, they're just different. And it's fine, right? Hey, maybe that's how you're meant to be. Be more like, it's cool. Because maybe to you, that's just who they are. And that's fine, right? Which is cool. If you're not, maybe you're don't see it as a threat or something, right? Like for some people, it feels a little more creepier, obviously, right? Like, damn, it's someone that would sabotage you, right? Just so they win over you because it is like in their head competitive or something, right? But for you, maybe it's not really a threat. Maybe you feel like, you know? But this one's kind of interesting because it's the home, right? Aries. Maybe the Aries, if there is an Aries around you, that one's a little more like they don't want you to have a happy home. That kind of bugs them. And I got chills with that. So, um, yeah. Interesting. This is interesting, Virgo. I don't know. I picked up the deck, so I'm gonna pull one more for you just to see what comes out. Cause oof. Yep. The devil. So Capricorn. Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe with that Aries one, it's a little different. Yeah, I spoke too soon with that. So maybe it's a Capricorn, maybe it's an Aries, maybe they have that in their chart that it's different. See, it's that different energy. So for different Virgos, maybe for some of you, it is someone that's harmless. It's like, I see them coming. I'm good. It is what it is, right? Which kind of then will make it a codependent kind of thing. Cause then it's like sometimes, but no, maybe like for you, you just, so don't let me, yeah, I'm not gonna, right? Cause we're all different, obviously, right? Some of us are just like, nah, if you don't want to see me win, then forget it. I don't even need you around me. But for others, it's like, that's who they are. I respect that they're different than me. And so it's fine, right? Because as long as you know, but there is someone around that is a little more nefarious. And so with that, just be careful, right? Doesn't feel like for all Virgos. Maybe like one Virgo that might see this, right? So I don't know how many Virgos actually watch like my videos, but it might be like one Virgo that would have someone like a little more nefarious, right? So my gut's kind of lighting up with that. So I'll just say that. Oh, Leo. Wow. Okay. Wow. And we had the triple Leo energy. Wow. Foster Town. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. The fact that justice came out, maybe things are going to be balanced, right? Maybe they won't be exactly how, but it's going to be fair regardless, right? Maybe it's just that it'll be like an agree to disagree kind of thing, right? My whole crown's lighting up with that. So sometimes, the kind of like harmony is, it doesn't have to be like BFFs and stuff, but at least, mutual respect I think that's great, right? Especially if there's been turmoil to get to a point of just mutual respect, that's okay, right? Okay, so let's see who. Whoa. So maybe this person you could tell by maybe they're always like, I haven't slept or something. But then it's like, why haven't you slept? Like, they throw that like it's an excuse, right? To say things like, "Well, I haven't slept," or maybe that's you, right? Like I don't know, but maybe this person, that's how you could tell, right? Maybe they like energy drinks, maybe they drink a lot of coffee, maybe they love to throw that around, like, "Oh, I haven't slept," but it's, hey, who told you to be scrolling on your phone all night? Who told you to be watching Netflix when you have to work the next day, right? Or whatever they may do, gaming, something, right? Like, okay, fine, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know, right? So maybe that's how you know who this is, right? So obviously we have the Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Leo. Let me see what numbers come out. Wow, 2-2. Interesting. 2-2-4, 22. Maybe they're a life path 22. I should have been saying, yeah, so I forgot. So any of that, if anyone sees anything, maybe the life path numbers are significant for all that good stuff, right? And that reminds me too of the Libra, the balance. So maybe, yeah, the justice, the balance. Maybe there's something there, right? Like you said, if there's a sibling thing, maybe there's two siblings, four siblings, might be significant, right? Maybe there's two women, two boys, right? Two men, two girls, what two men, two women, two boys, two girls, right? In the family, right? Maybe that's significant if it is like a sibling. Okay, so on that note, let me see who is next. Virgo, Libra, right? Okay. Man, I feel like I don't know why I feel like I took a long time with Virgo. What time is it? Okay. Well, let's hurry this up. Okay. Whoa, that one just flipped over. Saturn. Is Saturn associated with any sign? Saturn, wisdom. Maybe you're going through a Saturn return right now. Discipline, structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, scaffolding. What I got right away with Saturn was that you could be going through your own thing to where it's not necessarily an outside force, Libra that is messing with you, you could be going through something. So be careful of that, that you're not the one that's kind of being mean to other people or something, because you're going through a whole Saturn return right now, which could be throwing you off, right? To where you're snapping at people or feeling like people are against you and it's something you're facing within yourself. Just seeing who Saturn is connected with. Capra. Wow. Okay. So Saturn is connected. So, okay. So you might, but there you are, Libra. Wow. That's why I said that. So, wow. That's crazy. That's literally what I got. See? So maybe either another Libra or yourself. So Saturn is connected to Libra, Aquarius, and Capricorn. So it could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, a Capricorn, or just yourself, right? Having an internal, um, I heard meltdown too, an internal meltdown or an internal makeover. I heard those two. So that's funny. Maybe you're having an internal meltdown. That's crazy. Look at, as I split the deck, there you are again, Libra. So, and there's Aquarius. Wow, the two Aquarius. Wow. Maybe there's a counterpart, something. Maybe you guys are, and it's because you're going through a Saturn return that you're not aware of, and you're at it going, right? The two swords going at it with your partner because you didn't realize that's what's happening. Hmm. Okay. Wow. So maybe, wow, isn't that the one we got, like a Cancer, right? So maybe you're angry at a Cancer because they know how to process their emotions. Remember, I think Cancer got Libra might be angry at them or hating or something. Wow. See, maybe you're just mad at the water signs. Like, well, you guys know how to process your emotions. That's crazy. Or they're hating on you. Maybe it's the opposite, right? Maybe they're like something. I don't know. Cause I guess I'm saying that because how it came out that maybe you were kind of upset at people right now. So take it how it resonates, right? It could be a Cancer or Pisces, because it could be vice versa. Maybe they're mad at you because you don't get over emotional, right? And they're like, well, you're going through the Saturn return. Why aren't you freaking flipping tables over and why this and that, right? So it could be one of those things. Yeah. So Sagittarius might even be, whoa, my whole crown lit up when I grabbed this one or when I just finished saying what I was saying. So yeah, it could be that people get mad because you don't overly show emotions, maybe, but you're processing it in your way, right? So we got Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, maybe a Gemini even, right? Maybe you're at odds with a Gemini right now, right? So that's interesting because usually I think Geminis and Libras get along pretty good, but oh no, right? I even mentioned, right, that when I stopped talking to my brother for like a year, and he's a Libra, I'm a Gemini, so it happens, right? So okay, Leo maybe. So Libra, we got Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, right? I had said, and maybe even a Libra, right? Yourself, even, right? So those are the signs that came out. Let me see what else. Man, my whole crown's lighting up right now. So that's crazy. Whose mom passed away? I missed it. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Sorry for your loss, Foster Town. I don't know if you had already told me that. I feel like you did, but my condolences definitely. Um, that's great. Sorry for structure. What's that? Hmm. Who am I on? Libra, right? Libra. So yeah, maybe I don't know whose energy this is. Maybe that you'll notice that it's someone that they want you to be very outwardly about your healing. So maybe it is that, right? Like these signs, right? Cancer, Pisces. Maybe it's like, hey, you heal differently. No, we need you to be like looking all bruised up, right? Like throwing things out, and that's why. Cause see the sun, it's like almost like it makes us happy to see you. Like we need to see it, kind of thing. And it's like, hey, everybody grieves in their different way, right? So that's how you might know who this person is. That it's like, nah, but take it like, um, it's different, right? For some of you, you may be like, I get it. I know that they're like that, but I still want them around me, right? And for some of you, it may be like, you know what? Yeah, this isn't someone that at the end of the day is gonna have your best intention, like the best thing for you at heart, right? So five, see, that's the number of change. Obviously, maybe there is something about that changing your environment, Libra. Oh, I got the pain in my left side. See, so maybe it is someone that tends to not like your feminine traits, right? Which is weird because it's like that they want to see you looking like you're going through it, but they necessarily don't like it when you go. So that's, yeah, that's crazy. So 41 might be significant. 14, 5, right? Maybe one of those days is your birthday, right? Or maybe it's theirs, the 4, the 5, something. Okay, so Libra, Scorpio, right? And it's beautiful to see, right? Like the support and everything. It makes me happy to see like in the chat. And yeah, just know, right? This is a safe place, right? If you're feeling like there's anything you want to share, and it's beautiful to see the support. And definitely, yeah, sending you all the beautiful healing energy towards you, Foster Town, and anybody else that might need it, right? So absolutely. Let me see. Who Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, Scorpio. 11th house, Scorpio, the edge. Is it someone that pushes you to the edge? Maybe that's what it is. Hmm. Dragonflies might be significant. Maybe they own a telescope. Maybe you do. Friendship. Oh, maybe it's a friendship, group, creativity, community. Maybe it's someone at work. Humanity, hope, tribe. Oh. If you're from a tribe, maybe it's someone in your tribe. My friend that passed away already a few years ago. I remember like when I heard that his own tribe wanted to kick him out of his tribe, and I was like, how? You're born into your tribe. How do they? Because he was outspoken, right? When he saw things that he didn't agree with, that he felt were incorrect, he would bring it up to the tribe, and then I think according to them, they kicked him out of his tribe. But I was like, how is that even possible? Like, I guess it is, but to me it was like that's your blood, you know what I mean? That's different. Like I don't know, but whatever. Maybe you're part of a tribe and you're noticing people are like, I'm gonna kick you out of the tribe, or I don't know what, right? Or maybe it's more figurative, right? Like your group or something. Festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, the future, right? So okay, so the edge that might be significant. The tribe. Okay, let me try to hurry up. 'Cause I do want to go somewhere. Let me see. Oof. Wow. So I'm on Scorpio, right? Scorpio maybe. Um, yeah. Hmm. Maybe again it's that someone that doesn't want to see you when you look too happy. It irritates them. You know what I mean? So that's probably how you know. You'll notice that if you're ever too happy, oh, I met somebody, oh, boom, or that, right? It'd probably be someone that has something sly to say. Oh, really? Doesn't that make you nervous? Isn't this, that? Like, oh, isn't that more responsibility? Something, right? Maybe the 10 is significant. Maybe they're a Pisces, right? Maybe they prefer to see you like this, right? Maybe they're a Sagittarius. They want you to look like you just went through, right? Or something comes easy. Like, it's like, no, you had to look like you just went through a war or something, right? Maybe that's significant. Sagittarius, whoa, that one got stuck to my elbow. I don't know. Maybe that's significant. That's so funny. Cancer, right? Maybe that they want to see you be more emotional. Because I know of the water sign, Scorpio is one of the ones that definitely has the poker face, right? Like yeah, they'll hold it in, and then you know once they let it out, I think they let it out. But yeah, Scorpios will keep that poker face, right? So maybe Cancer's like, oh, they want you to be more emotional or something. Here, let me pull one more, and then whoa, oh, Justice. So yeah, could be a Libra. Maybe you got Libra in your chart, right? That's like, I don't know, either justice. There's some kind of justice coming out. Maybe that someone that hates to see you happy. Something's not that we wish that on anybody, right? But that's how you'll know. It's funny. 11, 11. I hope it wasn't this kind of like twin flame that you felt. Oh, this is like my twin flame or something. And unfortunately, that journey is like meant to see you grow, right? It's not necessarily that whole like this is meant to be my soulmate kind of harmonious partnership. Sometimes it is someone that, right, could flip your world upside down, and it's like, damn. So maybe it is someone that realistically, right? At first, maybe it felt like there was a lot of things in common, like you mirrored each other and blah blah blah. But um, yeah, it was like kind of some kind of well, not illusion, right? But yeah, like that twin flame journey, it could be if you believe in it. Some people don't, but it's fine, right? Maybe that's significant. 11, 11, 22 again, 2, 2. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were in Aquarius. 2, 2 could have been their birthday. I think that's Aquarius. So we got Pisces, Libra. Oh, 11 is you, right? November. Maybe that's, maybe you're dealing with another Scorpio. I don't know. Have I ever met a Scorpio that was dating another Scorpio? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, obviously, right? It happens, but yeah. So maybe another Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cancer. Did I already pull this card? No. All right, let me see. Interesting. Maybe that, yeah, even that, right? They don't like to see you celebrate when you're too happy. Again, the celebration bothers them. Like, oh, why are you so happy? Or this and that, right? Damn it, two came out, so I'll read them both for you because they both came out at the same time. So if it was one on top of the other, then I would have been like, I'll just pull the top one. But maybe it's someone that you'll notice when they need you, you're there for them. If that ain't the red flag of all red flags, right? Because I think when I was younger, that was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, hey, I listened to this friend for like 9 hours straight or something on the phone. And when I needed someone to talk to, like crickets, right? So maybe you notice that it's someone like that. Like that you'll message when you're going through something and nope, they can't be bothered, right? They're too busy, right? But really, you might even find out like, oh, that's what you were busy doing. That's why you couldn't take up, I don't know, 30 minutes to listen to my thing or something. Maybe that you found like, oh, well, the 11, 11 came out. Okay, so yeah, thank you for the confirmation, right? So maybe it was like a twin flame kind of thing, but it was like to teach you that final kind of lesson, right? Of your patterns, maybe with people you're dating or something. So maybe it was a relationship. That's the person, right? It was like a sleeping with the enemy type thing, right? Not to be all that dramatic, but yeah, in a way, You kind of were going through a whole sleeping with the enemy kind of thing. So maybe that was the person that, you don't need to be effing with, right? Or messing with, however you want to say it. So, okay, let's see. Numbers 62, 26 might be significant. 62, 26, 6, 2, right? Any of those numbers. 8. I forgot 8. Yeah. So karmic. Wow. So I feel like that's 100% confirmation. The 11, the 8, the karmic thing, all that stuff. So definitely feels like maybe for you it was a partnership. That's who, like the person that had the worst intentions with you was probably your own partner that you were with, right? But of course, at the beginning too, we did have the work, friendships, community, all that stuff. So yeah, just take it how it resonates. Maybe to you, yeah, your BFF was like, oh, we're soulmates. We were meant to be BFFs in this life and all that stuff. What did I miss? What did I miss? Aha, that's funny. I'm trying not to lose my head. That song, right? That hip hop song, Brittany, two Scorpios would be intense. That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, two Scorpios. Whoa, is that a thing? But obviously, I'm sure every sign has dated every sign. Oh, your mom was a Gemini? Wow. Was? So they passed away. She passed away. I forgot what numbers I said already. Did I say 6-2, was it? Because I think it was an 8, right? Or something like that. Okay. Scorpio, Sagittarius? Yeah, Sagittarius. Oh yeah, you just put it, Brittany. Okay. All right, let me not get sidetracked. Okay, okay. Okay, so for Sagittarius, who's kind of not necessarily cheering for Sagittarius. Let's see. Okay, Sagittarius. Man, a whole stack flew, but nah. Sagittarius, damn, so that many people. Let me see. Wow. Oh, I hope it's not like a relationship thing too. Seventh house relating. Man, maybe it's a Libra with the scales. Partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, social awareness. Man, so that's a lot of. So for some Sagittarius, it could be a best friend. Others, the marriage itself, partners, companionship. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper. The Sagittarius, I don't know. Wow. Yeah. So for Sagittarius, could be a Gemini, could be a Libra. Maybe you're starting stuff with the air signs, Sagittarius, or they're starting stuff with you. We got Leo, right? Could be a Leo that has a cat. Are those sunflowers? It is, right? Maybe they kind of have the witchy thing to them. Maybe they like wearing yellow. Wow, an Aquarius. You got the sneaky card. So there's definitely that's funny that this came out, right? So there's definitely someone for you that's up to something, right? See, that's a little more of that. It's not like I think it was Virgo that it was like, well, it's not necessarily someone like I saw that for some of you there was, for some of you there wasn't, right? But for like someone with like a more of a malicious thing. And this, see, it's more like a sneaky thing, right? Wow. So yeah, it could be a Leo. We got double Leo energy here, right? We got Leo, Aquarius. So if you're dating any of those signs or that's someone that's significant to you, friendships, BFF, something. That's funny that I'm reacting. I'm like, so that means I feel like there is something with that, right? Like you have someone that's a little more on that edge of like spectrum. Whoa, that one just flew out. Wow, maybe a Cancer. Maybe someone that acts compassionate, but in the inside they're like, I don't like you, Sagittarius. Almost like that. Like they want to throw the water on your fire, right? Maybe that when you come up with ideas, It's like throwing that water on your fire. Wow. See, and what did I say? When you throw ideas out, there you are, Sagittarius. Maybe when you're passionate about something, you'll notice they'll kind of be like, right? Like trying to douse your bright ideas or your this or when you're passionate. Or it could be another Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius on Sagittarius crime, something like that. Okay, I'll pull one more. Sag. Oh, that's crazy. Wow, maybe Gemini. I think Gemini, when I split the deck, there was the Gemini. So maybe there is a Gemini, right? That you two are at odds. It feels like, but in this, see, that kind of stood out to me. The Gemini kind of maybe there was a mutual disagreement there or something, right? Because yeah, I mean, you could always flip it. On the flip side, know yourself enough to know if you're the one starting stuff with people, right? So maybe I should have said that in the beginning. Know if you're but I think it is coming out anyways. Like with Libra, right? It did come out that it was like, hey, maybe you were. So no, I think it's been what's needed to flow out. My gut just lit up, so I feel like yeah, what's needed to come out has came out in that way, right? So yeah, because with Libra, it was like yeah, you're probably snapping at people and stuff. So okay, so obviously that kind of came out here too as a hint, right? But not for the most part. So okay. Let me see one of this deck. So for you, we had Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, right? So another Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Cancer. That might be kind of. And yeah, with this, the secret thing, that's what, this card is always going to be like, all right, so that's how you might know that they try to trigger you on purpose. Like, that's, you know, that energy is something else. Like someone that just wants to, it makes them happy to see you triggered, right? That's crazy to me. That kind of energy is just mind boggling. Look at that. You might notice, like, maybe they're rude or something. Maybe there's someone that burps out loud and doesn't say excuse me or chews loud. You know what I mean? Someone that's like, I think in Spanish, it's like, they'll say, like, eres vaca, okay? Like, you don't know how to, like a cow, the way they chew, they don't close their mouth, right? Like, obviously. So, like that, maybe you've noticed, right? They don't have exactly the best table manners or they're not like polite to people, right? Like if someone were to hold the door open for them, they won't be like, oh, thank you, right? Like it doesn't cost you nothing, like 2 seconds of your time. Say thank you, please, even, right? Someone that for some reason you can notice by their manners, right? That's probably someone. So if they outwardly show they don't have manners, what makes you think that on the inside they're rooting for you, right? That's kind of the thing. Vibes are off because you keep inviting goblins to dinner, right? Maybe that. Maybe you've treated someone to eat and they didn't even say thank you. Maybe that's how you noticed, right? Almost like an entitled kind of thing. Like, yeah, okay. Right? Like, you bought me food, so what? I don't know you a thank you. I don't know you a nothing. I don't need to get you next time, right? Something like that. So maybe that's like I mean, that should have been a red flag, but and look at as I say, I'm just gonna pull it because I'm like, that should have been a red flag. And look at what was flipped over on the deck. That's so funny. You can't make that stuff up. March. Toxic lies. You wanted red flags, not a damn parade, but you've been getting. So yeah, I feel like you've gotten all the red flags, and maybe you just didn't, for whatever reason. Six might be significant. 51, 15, 6, 5, 1. Take that how it resonates, Sagittarius. Yeah, that's crazy. So I feel like you've already, maybe you chose to have the black. Sometimes, yeah, there are codependent type relationships where, maybe the companionship or something. That's all it took. Like, it's cool. I got somebody to talk to. It doesn't matter that, they would let me drown or something if I was drowning. Yeah. So okay. Capricorn. Yeah. Capricorn. I did the numbers, right? I'm almost sure I did. Man, I keep forgetting with the numbers when I get distracted. I'm like, did I pull the numbers already? But I think I did. All right. So hopefully you don't um Come after me for that one, Sagittarius, because I think I did pull the numbers. Okay, so let me see. Who's next? Sagittarius, Capricorn. Who's that person? Whoa, that one just flipped over, but empowerment. Maybe someone that doesn't like to see you empowered. So that's how you know, right? When you're standing and you're like feeling very proud of something, right? Like maybe you talk about it like, oh, I'm a business owner, and they're like, eh. Or, I started this, I did this, right? I'm starting my own business. So something about your empowerment bothers them, right? Combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorizes, allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, overwhelms. So that's interesting. Maybe it's someone that you wouldn't mind joining forces with, or that together you could work, like a power couple, if it is that dynamic, or just like a partnership, right? If it's not even that kind of thing, maybe just someone that, dude, together we'd conquer stuff, we'd take over this industry, we do this and that, and they're just someone that, I don't know, that's not what would make them happy, because they just don't want to see you empowered. Why you? That's the thing about it. All this, every reading, it's like, because if you spend that energy on yourself rather than hating on someone else, you probably, boom, be as successful as whatever you hate in that person, or even more so, whatever. So fire signs. Wow. So Capricorn, there may be fire signs that aren't happy with you. Aries, right? Maybe it's that competitive thing, right? Like Aries, Leo. So fire. I don't know why. Right? Maybe that they want to be, because I know Leo is said to be like the kind of like the entertainer, the one out there center stage, right? Look at that 8, but maybe there's a karmic thing with that. Maybe it's deeper, right? 4 with the Aries. Wow. Maybe it's a Scorpio. That's interesting. I don't know. Do Capricorns and Scorpios usually get along? I don't really know about that dynamic. Interesting. Scorpio. Scorpio and Capricorn. Leo, Aries. I don't know why that jumped out at me. Maybe that's the one. Maybe it's a Scorpio for a lot of you. Gemini, maybe? Capricorn, Gemini. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Well, I know it's like the opposites, right? Gemini and Capricorn are like on opposite ends. Maybe you just think differently. There's something there. Whoa, that one just, wow, Scorpio again. Interesting. So maybe, see, the Scorpio jumped out at me a lot, and there it is again, the Scorpio. Wow. Maybe there was a romantic thing at one point, and then it ended, and you try to maintain some kind of friendship. So now secretly they're angry at you or something, right? Maybe it was something to do with that. Oh, yeah, no, it's cool. We could be friends now. And then inside they're like, they don't like you because they feel rejected by you or something. I don't know why that came through, but maybe that resonates for someone. Libra. I don't know the dynamic with Capricorn and Libra as well. Well, Brittany, you have all the Capricorn energy. I'm sure you could what show are we talking about? The universe. The dark Pisces. You said, um, Brittany. What do you mean? Like any a Pisces that's into the dark stuff, or what? Like, okay, I think, okay, yeah, I pulled a lot for Capricorn. Okay, let me see with this card. Oh, and that's what that came out, right? Eh, Conjunction empowerment, right? Someone's been, so maybe the Scorpio, they felt like you were a little empowered and they didn't like it. Maybe they wanted to have a little more control, and I got chills down my back. So in that dynamic, maybe there was that. Maybe they like to see you in a state of confusion. That's how you'll know, right? Or they'll play jokes on you, right? Maybe it's a you're dealing with a Capricorn. You know, I used to know a Capricorn that I would always catch them in these little lies, and I'll tell them why, and so it almost felt like that. Like in my case, right? I felt like I was dealing with a Capricorn that liked to see, like they just got a kick out of it. You know what I mean? But they didn't even say just kidding. They would wait till I caught them in the lie, and then blah, it was just a harmless little lie kind of thing. But I feel like whoever this is likes to see you like that, Capricorn. So that's interesting, right? Someone that doesn't really want to see you, almost like they would give you the misinformation just to see then what you do with it, right? Like someone that will tell you something and then you go maybe post it online, blah blah, and then after they're like laughing because you spread it, right? Rather than being like, oh no, I was just kidding, right? They don't mind seeing you look like a fool. So maybe that's how you know who it is, Capricorn. Again, Scorpio, right? Something about the empowerment. Libra, Gemini, Leo, Aries, right? So maybe one of those signs jumps out at you. Maybe something about that. Some of their actions that will let you know. 11, wow. Maybe it was that kind of I don't know if it nah, I don't really get the whole twin flame kind of thing here, but maybe just that apart. It was like someone, right? Like that it could have been at one point there was something romantic, and then after, oh, I got chills big time. So okay, yeah, maybe for some of you it was someone that you were romantic with. Man, I keep getting chills. I feel like there's someone literally here with me, so that's just weird. Would you have a hater from the other side, Capricorn? I feel like there's someone literally like standing here with me. It's crazy. Cause it's like just nonstop, like the chills right here. So okay, cool. Well, maybe that's someone looking out for you. They're like, yeah, yeah, tell them that's who it is. So 56 might be significant. 11, 56, 65, 11, 6, 5. Maybe that's the heights, right? 6, 5, 5, 6, all that good stuff. So okay, Capricorn, that's that. Let me see who else. Aquarius. Okay. Okay. I could do it. I could do it. I got what? Oh yeah, two more signs. Okay. Yeah. I'll make it to what I wanted to do. Okay, so okay. Aquarius. Allowing sextile. Maybe someone hated on your plants. That's a red flag. Maybe you like planting Aquarius and they didn't like your planting. But allowing, I don't know. Something about growth, right? They didn't like seeing your growth. They don't want you to be like the star, right? Oh, Aquarius is a star, huh? That's funny. Encourages, sees the potential, and clarifies, gives hope to, right? But rather than water you, it'd be someone like that. Rather than water you, like, yeah, yeah, you can do it. It'd be like, oh, are you sure? Like, again, that's a huge responsibility. You think you could really do it? Ah, not everyone makes it. Da, 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 something like that. Because maybe you wanted to be a star. Ah, wow. I mean, it's a tough industry, right? One in a million makes it, or that kind of thing, right? They weren't someone that will water your plant, right? Water your growth. Compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes rewards, right? Like positive reinforcement or something. That's what I heard. So, okay. Wow, the world. So maybe that's like already closed for you. Maybe Aquarius, you're ahead of it. Maybe you already the world came out. So maybe you already closed that cycle. But I know the world is also all those signs, right? I think it's Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo, if I'm not mistaken. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. Okay, so those signs already came out with that. Let me see. Okay. So Pisces came out. Aries came out. Cancer. Wow. So Pisces twice. And what was maybe that was a little psychic hit, Brittany. Maybe this is like a dark Pisces, right? They act like they're all emotionally intelligent and superior. But maybe, maybe who knows? Maybe they are, but at the same time, they're a hater, right? The illusion, or maybe it is. That's why I was saying that, because the illusion, the moon, right? The dark stuff, right? Maybe that's what they're into. Interesting. Wow. So, okay, we got Pisces, we got Aries, right? So, the Aries, maybe they're a cusper, right? Pisces, Aries, cusper, Cancer, Aquarius. I don't know. Do Cancers get along with Aquarius? We got all, wow, maybe it's another Aquarius, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Oh, I got chills. Wow. Maybe a fellow Aquarius was hating on you? Because that one gave me the most chills when I said that. Or that's definitely going to resonate with somebody. Hmm. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Sometimes that, right? Like people, it's things in you that remind them of them, but why hate? Like it doesn't make sense sometimes, these things, right? Maybe it's just yeah, maybe it's a Gemini you backstabbed, right? Or felt backstabbed. Not that, let me not say it that way, like, or felt backstabbed, right? Maybe you did, right? Maybe at one point, and you know, they just don't like you. Man, I don't think that they necessarily, or could take it how it resonates, right? Maybe there's been a little thing there. Cause yeah. So take it how it resonates, right? Sometimes we do things that, maybe from the past, and then later, yeah, for you. But if you grow from it, right? If you grow from it, it's all good, right? If you grow from it, sometimes people don't, like, in their head, it's like, no, how could you? Maybe you make amends with things from the past or something. It's like I always feel bad when I know that there's people that, because I had to go to AA when I got my DUIs and stuff, and you hear people that, I know some of them from the stories, right? Some of them have worse stories than others, and they try to make amends with people from the past, and yeah, sometimes they don't get accepted, and I get it. It just depends how bad, right? If you hurt people, right? But hey, if you're growing, it's all good. Just do what you need to do, right? Don't worry about that. Look at exit. So maybe that's how you know it's someone that wants to keep you stuck again with the growth. They don't want to see you grow, even though you're like, hey, I'm growing. I'm the same things that I'm not into the same things no more, right? So maybe that's how you're gonna know someone that doesn't want to grow with you. Maybe you invite them, right? Hey, let's go to a sound healing thing. Let's go to a this. Let's go to a that. Something, right? Let's go for a hike. Let's go, you know, a self improvement seminar or something. And hey, they don't. That doesn't have to be their thing, but hey, it doesn't hurt if they go with you once or something, right? Like just something, right? Something you. That's how you might know it's someone that's not really interested in growing with you, right? It's all right. So yeah, so we got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Gemini again, Aries, Pisces, right? One of those might be significant. Wow, snake eyes. So maybe it is that dynamic, right? The 1-1, kind of that partnership dynamic, which makes sense because even this card, right, is like someone that, right, a previous partner, but the world came out, right? So I feel like regardless, it's a cycle that's closing for you, or you probably just closed it, right? So maybe for you, the advice would be, yeah, if the cycle already closed, I don't think like the universe will work its magic. So you really don't come back together with that person if a cycle closed, or with whatever version that cycle closed with, that's not gonna be allowed, right? It would be that person, or either you, nah, I don't think you're gonna lower your vibration. It would be that person has to come up to meet you, right? So 1-1 obviously might be significant. And yeah, okay. So last but not least, Pisces. Okay, I got kind of, because I know there's a story there, so obviously it's always like easy to go down the rabbit hole. Once there's a story, it's like, oh, okay, interesting there. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Wow, again. Wow, this card's been popular today. Interesting. Chiron healing. So someone that doesn't, right? Your tears irritate them or something. Healing powers growth, a man's release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity. I got chills down my like right down the middle, right? That's crazy. Cleansing, softness, pain. It feels good because it tickles, but it's like I feel like yeah, that's what it is. Like someone that doesn't want to see you heal, right? That's how you'll know. That's the best way of knowing it's someone that's not helping you heal or it's not interested in you healing, right? Like for example, it'd be someone that rather than hear you heal, oh, let's go have a drink. Let's go do this. Let's go that. Rather than heal, it's more about like numbing it. Like, fine. Who cares, right? Wow, look at it. Maybe it's an Aries. I don't know, because I think the full card is Aries, right? Maybe that's how you know. Maybe zero. Maybe they have zero in their birthday. Maybe they have yellow boots. Maybe they use words like knapsack, like my knapsack or something. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Aries came out again. Wow. So maybe it is an Aries. That's kind of the energy. Pisces. I don't know. And that's funny because some of you might be Pisces, Aries cuspers. I don't know. Do you have Aries that don't get along with Pisces, their neighbor sign? We got Aquarius, Aries three times. You gotta be kidding me. So yeah, probably for you Pisces, it's as simple as that. And Aries is not happy with you, Pisces. And Aries does not want to see you heal. Maybe they're like, I don't care about your tears or that secretly, right? Like maybe they don't want to see you heal, so they rather be like, fine, let's go smoke, let's go drink, let's go this. But inside it's because they don't want to see you heal. That's crazy. Leo might be significant. Gemini, Aquarius. So I don't know. All the air signs are like, I don't know. Maybe something, right? Ooh, I'm getting like masculine, right? Like a kind of burden on the. Maybe it's like a burden to them. Like, you're too emotional, which would make sense, right? The air signs sometimes, right? It's just a different way of processing things. I don't feel like that's necessarily like a hatred or like the Aries energy is different, right? Because it's like someone that doesn't want you. Like it feels like it's someone that doesn't care to see. Maybe because that, maybe if you heal, you're not their partner in crime anymore or something. Who knows? It wouldn't look good or say it wouldn't be a good fit, is what I heard in my head for you to heal. Look at Pisces, even. Maybe it's another Pisces, right? They're like, man, if you heal, then, and there's some kind of illusion, even. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe there's something within yourself that's not letting you heal. Maybe you go along with it. Maybe there's some a codependency with an Aries or something. Pisces. That's interesting. Ooh, I got really lightheaded, so I don't know. But yeah, I think maybe on that note, let me see. I'll put one more. Just your last but not least, Pisces. Wow, another Pisces. So wow, maybe that's why. So it could be yourself or another Pisces. Maybe you're stunning your own creativity and you're not letting yourself. Maybe for you, creativity will be very healing. Or that, right? Again, maybe that someone feeling like if you start healing yourself or something, like you're not gonna be going with other shenanigans, right? You're not gonna be a partner in crime. So that's kind of what it is here. It's just someone that the real reason behind it is not like, oh, they hate you per se, but it is kind of affecting you in a negative way because they feel like they're not gonna have their partner in crime if you heal. Which sucks for you because it's like imagine like so it's not out of that, oh, I hate you, I want you to die or something. It's but it's sad that, you know, they'd probably rather visit you in the hospital when you get alcohol poisoning than to see you like not be their friend and not be their partner in crime. So that's crazy, but humans, right? Humans are an interesting bunch. Are we not? Ooh, yeah, I got chills big time. So that is crazy. Right? So, hey, maybe for all the signs, notice that, right? Wow, maybe there's someone that doesn't eat the best stuff, right? Or I don't know if that's you. Maybe that's how this resonates to know that this message was for you. You know, maybe you got old cold slices of pizza next to your bed, or they do, right? There's someone that, I'll throw it in the sink tomorrow, or they like those midnight snacks or something, right? Cheese might be significant, you know? Yeah, maybe they like cheese. So I don't know. I know I haven't ate. I don't do cheese. So that's interesting. Wow, I didn't notice all these came out. So yeah, maybe you already know because I like this that this came out. You probably don't even need a sign. You already know. Maybe it came to you in a dream. Maybe they literally showed you in a dream already, so you already know what it is. And like that, it could have been yourself or it could be someone else, right? But maybe it already came to you in a dream. Maybe you already did a reading about it, so you already know. You already know. You already had the answer, right? Yeah, maybe you already had the answer. I'm not gonna, because three of them came out, but I think that one kind of fits with the other one too. So I feel like you already know, right? Either your ancestors, your spirit guides, or someone told you already, hey, this person's kind of like, you know, yeah. I'll just show you what had came out since I feel like I was, yeah. So maybe your grandma came to you in a dream and she's like, hey, sweetie, this person's a red flag, right? They're not trying to see you win, right? And yeah, it might just be as simple as they don't want to be alone, right? I mean, there's dynamics with parents like that. I've seen it, right? There's parents that somehow, and to them, their kid became their BFF rather than the parent dynamic, right? Like, rather than seeing, being that dynamic of a parent, they're like, oh no, this is my BFF. And, for some that works, but for some, it's like, hey, like, you know, you still have those responsibilities, you know what I mean? Like, as a parent to, and also that there should be that level of respect, right? That dynamic, the parent kid, you know what I mean? But hey, everyone thinks differently. So on that note, let me read real quick. Oh, yeah, the Ace of Base song. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to start typing in the comments after the songs that come out during the. I mean, I try to sometimes when I do the little readings because then I remember the songs that came out. I know last time it was Madonna all through the readings, but this time I guess Ace of Base. I forgot the other song you mentioned. Um, oh, not to get to the edge, right, or something. That Oh, the message isn't that the song? The message. So yeah, these were the messages. Thank you so much, everyone. I gotta get going. I might not have time to put the timestamps right now, but I'll do it later. Uh, I mean, oh man, okay, I'm gonna try to hurry up because yeah, I don't want to really, but I don't think I'm gonna have time right now. But thank you everybody for watching. Uh, yeah, yeah, don't push me. Yeah, that one. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Dito, Brittany, River Dragon. Who else? Who else tuned in? Foster Town. Thank you so much. Um, Foster Town. I know there was someone else, right? Indigo Dream. Thank you so much. Whoa, I just almost okay. Yeah, and on that, sending you all big hugs, healing, lots of love, right? So yeah, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this resonated. I know it was different, and I feel happy that they guided me to do this kind of reading because yeah, it feels like it was a perfect theme, right? Maybe it has to do something with this full moon that's coming up, and I haven't really looked into this full moon coming up. So maybe there's something in that with the Aquarius full moon, right? Things coming to light, things being discovered, shown, all that good stuff, right? Us having to make changes for ourselves, right? For our betterment, all that good stuff. I could keep blabbing on, but okay, there. All right, so thank you so much. I'll see you all soon. Um, yeah, all right, peace.